I'm Jody Eckleberry-Hunt, and I want to tell you about my new book, Badass Stories, Grit, Growth, Hope and Healing in the Shitshow, that comes out in February. I'm so excited to share this book with you. So a lot of people have asked me what the book is about, and let me give you the backstory. I'm a psychologist, and I've been doing therapy for more than 25 years. As you can imagine, I've heard a lot of stories. And what is really resonating with me is that as people are talking about their stories, I'm often in awe and thinking, wow, that's badass that you've survived. But people don't see that because they're still struggling with the guilt and the shame and the embarrassment or the feeling of isolation or that nobody would understand. And so I started thinking a lot of people in the world probably feel that way. And I wanted to write a book that I thought would be relatable. The hard part was putting it into categories, the grit, growth, hope, and healing, because many of the stories fit in all those categories. But what I didn't do is write about people who were climbing mountains or just doing these fantastical things. What I wrote about is people who, the fantastic things they were doing were everyday life, with the courage to show up, even though you know it's going to be painful to change. I write about people who struggle with alcohol use. I write about people who struggle with grief, trauma, breaking the cycle of abuse, people who are recognizing abuse or dealing with chronic health conditions. And you may be listening to that thinking that's ordinary, but you know what? The ordinary is extraordinary. I think that's what makes people badass. Showing up every day to continue to be better. I also include some of my own stories to let you know that I'm no different than you. We're all in the shit show together. I include exercises in here to help you recognize and honor the badass that is within you and to continue to be the badass that you want to be. Because you know what? Working on yourself is badass.